Brothers and sisters, hope you're well. Got to be quick today. Have a meeting, and it's freezing. Don't worry about this sell-off. It's nothing. Very minor. As we all know, something goes up fast, it must go down. Bitcoin's, almost back to 107,000. Some of your cryptos are selling off. Some of your alts, Axelar, Injective, Moonwell, Benki, Ondo. 7%. These are all just, then you have things going up, but nothing significant. 2% here, 4% there. Solana's actually moving, but who cares? It's 225. That's, talk to me when it's 500. As discussed, and as I mentioned on my videos, we go up like this, we're going to have sell-offs. Right now, there are times to either accumulate more or just wait. Because with the Fed meeting tomorrow, there's going to be uneasiness. We have a whole bag of mixed numbers that's been released. So what we do in these times is sit back, think about what we want to do. We certainly don't sell in a loss. I don't know, most of you are definitely not in a loss, I would assume. But, Velo, maybe it dipped down to where you want it. Could it dip back down to 12 cents? Absolutely. If we have a major correction, Bitcoin comes down again and gets to the 98 level below 100, Velodrome will be 12 cents. And then we pick it up. Velo maybe had its run up for a while, as lame as it was because of the Binance news, but that could have been it for a while. As I've been discussing, I've been thinking about buying Ronin or Arkham. Haven't bought either of them. Ronin probably would have been a good buy. It's gone up from the $2 I was going to buy it at. I just wasn't feeling it. I got to go with my gut. Overall, nothing too crazy though, guys. 10% gains on certain things. Nothing great. We're in a period of just seeing what happens tomorrow. More than the cut that everyone is expecting, and I don't know what to expect. I assume he'll do 25 basis points just because of the market does. Nobody knows. But it's more of his stance, more of his tone. That matters more tomorrow than what he's going to do. All right, not necessarily true. If he does nothing, that's not great. The markets will not have a good reaction. But if he does do something, as I mentioned, and is very cautious in his demeanor and his words, that will bring on a little bit of uneasiness and panic. And you also have to understand businesses may not want to be adding Bitcoin to their balance sheets here in December. It might be waiting for that inauguration and see what happens. What I do find is funny is streamers talking about how they're veterans in this market. Us veterans do this and that, and we know this, yet this is their first true bull run, right? They got in at the end of the bull run last year. Yeah, it takes more than one cycle to know what's going on, guys. So keep that in mind when you listen to people. Can't tell you how many people I listen to and where they've been doing this 2 or 3 years. They're streamers for 2 and 3 years. God. And when I say that, literally, they're new to the market. And they just can do TA and all this advice. Don't listen to their shit. Don't chase the rallies. Keep this in mind in the bull market when we're exploding. You might have a project that's not moving. So you take a loss on it to get into something that's pumping. Be careful of that. Because that will come down as well. If you have conviction in the project and it gets some hype, it'll have its rotation in the mix. So I have no issue buying in the green ever. That has always worked out for me. Not always. Alchemy Pay did not work out for me. Shadow did work out for me in the long run. But there's nothing wrong with if something is rallying and you want to jump in and make a quick trade on it, there's nothing wrong with that. it used to be the Coinbase rally, which we do not really have that much anymore. I mean, you used to get something listed on Coinbase. You know, I remember when there was only 2-3 projects on there. XRP wasn't even on there. But something used to get listed, and then it was up 3, 4, 500% that day, and then it settled down. That really doesn't happen. It happens before it gets on, for the most part. That's where you see the biggest gains. I don't like the low volume that I've been talking about. That is very, it's dropping below my parameters that I like to see. I mean, I'm seeing on CoinMarketCap around 170 billion. That's not good. CoinGecko said maybe 250 billion. That's going down from 450 billion. It tells you a couple things. People are waiting. ETFs are slowing down. You know, this is the end of the year. Everyone's hoping for a Santa rally. Well, with low volume, it could be manipulated either way. So the whole Santa rally thing, not sure if that's going to happen. I'd love for it to, but, you know, we're cutting things close, and we just might be in the choppy range until next year. I hope not. I'd like to see, you know, another leg up, get to the 110, 15 level, and get some money into the alts, like has not happened. You know, money's going into them, but, you know, a lot of money's not coming out of Bitcoin right now and circulating into your large cap, mid cap, and eventually low cap projects. All right, nothing too crazy. 106,000. I mean, how can we complain about that? It's just, I know you want to see your alts move. They will. You know, when you have Cardano just down not even 1%, can't complain. XRP got up to, I believe it was around 270 to 273, 2.73. That's not bad. It's on its way up to $3. I'm pretty happy about the stable coin. We shall see. You know, there's actually, what I heard actually on George this morning, he said there's a burn mechanism built within there. It's very insignificant and very little. It doesn't mean a thing. When you have a 50 billion supply out and 100 billion total, they'd have to burn billions at a time. 100 million at a time won't even do anything, and they're not doing that much. I bet you they're doing thousands at a time. It doesn't even do that much to ETH burn mechanism, which is inflationary, and the more you use, it becomes so-called deflationary, but it's all predicated on traffic and usage, and that to me is a load of shit. It's better than not having it, but I don't know if it's going to do anything significant to lead to Ripple's price, but I think possibly RLUSD can. It's certainly not bad for it, but time will tell. Time will tell. I don't care about Ripple, the company. I care about XRP, the price. That's all I care about. And as soon as I sell it, Ripple could fold for all I care. They won't. I think they are going to actually be able to finally do what they're set out to do. I don't know about transfers, but they are going to be able to partner up. You do have quite a great leader with Brad Garlinghouse at the helm. Yes, we don't like the way they dump on everyone. We don't like that, but that's just, you know, that's just the way it goes. If you're going to be a holder, you have to expect that. And if you don't know that, then you're foolish to be in the project. What's up, Chris? How are you? Morning. Good morning. So, do want to talk about like something like Benki, that has not reached any type of level of performance. It's up from where I'm in. I believe it could have its time, but projects like that where you're up and it's just been, the market's up where it is, and so many of your alts have done the right thing. It could be time to rotate out of those type of projects. If you're in the money, now's the time to do that, I believe. You don't chase the rallies, but let's say something like, you certainly don't want to be putting it into like taking your profits and putting it into SUI that's had such a big leg up. They might be $20 in this cycle. I don't know. I'm certainly not chasing something that's gone up that much. I'm certainly not chasing something like Chainlink, which I believe will do great, but it's had such a big leg up. But something like Benki that I'm heavily into and have faith in is just not performing. Am I selling it and doing what I'm talking about? No. Benki is not going to make or break me. It could make me. If Benki had a spike up to, 50 cents, it would be incredible for me. Or 30 cents would be great. 10 cents would be great. It's not world shattering, but it's certainly, every penny it goes up is financially nice for me. So I'm in the money there, so I just leave it. Could I take it out and put it into something else? Well, that's what everyone said with XRP forever. Oh, you could have made all these profits if you just took it out of XRP and put it into, SUI or put it into Solana. Well, I have money in that. It's not a point of that. The second I get out of Benki, a month later, it's going to finally do something. Avalanche is going to have a good run up, and maybe Benki gets to 5-10 cents. It gets woken up. What will happen is something like this, and I'm not saying it'll happen for Benki, but for a project along those lines, like a Moonwell, like Velo, that sat there forever at 12 cents, 11 cents, 9 cents, 8 cents, forever. Then it inched up to 15 cents, back down. Then it got the news about Binance and it spiked up. That's what happens. And so you sell out of something you've had forever. If I would have sold my XRP when everyone else was ripping on it, Joshua Jake, crypto angler, who's a total moron, his name's Bob, complete lunatic, many other people, most people, except for people who are holders. If I would have sold it, I would have missed out on hundreds of thousands of dollars, literally. And it was nothing to me. I already own it at 17 cents. Why the hell would I, when I believed it would do something, I thought it was maybe $1, maybe $2 would be in the future. Not all-time highs, and I thought no one could have predicted what transpired with the election, with Gary Gensler, all that shit. So don't listen to narratives of people, streamers, mostly streamers, that tell you you're an idiot for holding this, or that like someone like that moron Ben BitBoy. He gets clout on just trying to stir it up. That is what he's all about. So he's ripping on Kaspa now. And I don't love Kaspa. It's fine. I don't like the token supply, but he's ripping on the community. So that's his narrative. Before that, it was Cardano. And, that's he thinks, and he knows that hate, he's like if anyone watched wrestling, and I don't, when I was a kid in the 80s, sure, the mean guys, the villains, that's who people want to watch. That's what he tries being. Instead, he's a fat fool. And he is, he's sunk into the depths of hell. But don't listen to these people who are ripping on Joshua Jake, ripping on XRP holders, calling them idiots, morons. I mean, what good is that? This Bob at Crypto Angler calling people morons, XRP holders are idiots. Well, I will say this, that the community is a bunch of crazy people in regards to people thinking that it's going to be the standard and it's going to go to $1,000 or $100 or $50 for that matter. They're crazy. There's no reason to just rip on the project or them. You tell the truth and you move on. What's up, C90? So let me tell you the vegan life at C90. This is for you. Just joking. So I like what I'm seeing in the market. This is exactly, I thought we'd be hitting lower and we may have a big sell-off. But with the Fed talk and everything, I thought we would be a hell of a lot more volatile than we are right now. So this is good stuff. I don't like seeing us go down, but we have to a little bit. But let's be honest, this has not been over the last few days, not great for alts, but great for Bitcoin. And that let it lead the pack. Down a little bit now, but still 106,000, almost 106,500. Cannot go wrong with that. Can you see 90? But I am looking very closely right now on my right frozen hand at some buys. What is there to buy? What is there for me to load up on? Proppy's had a shit. It's not done well since its leg up. So that's one in my mind, which I really like the project and everything, but I'm thinking of, I'm in the profit now. I'm thinking of maybe getting out of, and this is just thinking. I'm not going to, as of right now, thinking of getting out of and deploying it to something else. I would never do it this month. I'm not doing a damn thing. I will only buy in December. I am not selling anything. And I don't even care where something went to. I'm not selling it. But something like Proppy that is just not doing it. But in my view, Proppy is a 5. If the alts do what they need to do, which they're not even close to going there, not even close, not even in the game yet. I mean, we think we've seen a little run up in alts. This is not why we're in crypto. But I could see Proppy doing $5 or $10 in my opinion. That's why I bought it. I didn't buy it to sell it at $2 or $3. But it hasn't done shit since its leg up to $2. And before that, it was in the depths of hell. So you constantly got to look at your portfolio and think about what you want to do. I got SEI, which I'm out of the money again. SEI. It's down to 55 cents. Do I buy more? Well, I keep saying I'm done with it, and I keep loading up more to bring down my average cost, my average price, and I know it'll hit a buck. But I've been saying that for quite a while. So I think it's important to constantly look at your portfolio, especially if you're as diverse in your portfolio as mine, to constantly reevaluate. Doesn't mean you jump out of something to get into something, but you have to constantly look at it. And if you're not doing that, you're not doing yourself any justice in the market. I ran some math this morning, looked into selling half of my Bitcoin. That's a week ago, higher than assumed to sell off and rebuy. It looks like the risk reward is not worth it. I'm either going to hodl for 8 years. You're going to hodl your Bitcoin for 8 years? Or sell half BTC first week of January and put it into alts. Better risk reward. Yeah. Well, that's a good plan. If I was C90, I don't know if I'd have a timetable of like saying January, the first week of January or whatever. I would be looking heavy. And if we get to 120, 115, I'd certainly be selling a couple BTCs, taking out profits, taxes, and allocating a nice chunk to alts for sure, depending on what happens, right? Let's get the administration changed around, see what happens, keep a close eye on things. And I don't think that's a bad idea at all, man. I don't think that's a bad idea. And when you say half BTC, half of one BTC or half of all your BTC holdings? Tesla, I hate Tesla. And I hate Elon Musk. And I don't just say that, I as an investment, I think it's fine. But I work with Tesla. They're a big customer of mine. I think they make a fine car. I think it's a good investment. I think with everything that will go on with the new administration, it'll be very good for Tesla. If you're talking about an investment, if you're talking about a human as Elon Musk, which you're not, but I am, I despise him. He's a very smart individual at a serious cost. But if you're looking for investment, I don't think you can go wrong. But I'm certainly not buying Tesla. Right, buy at 100. Right, hold on. Right, buy at 120. Okay, my plan was to hold that through the bear and deploy to alts. I'm now realizing that it needs to be redeployed into alts or just hold through the bear market. No, I gotcha. I would I'm not deploying, I'm not selling any of my Bitcoin just because I don't have enough of a ton of alts. I mean, I have a, not enough. I missed my target and I deployed into mostly alts, but I have Bitcoin from forever ago. I can tell you if I had 10 Bitcoin, I would be selling half of them. And I would just be keeping 5. I would be good with that. And here's the truth of the matter. I would deploy. So let's say I sold 5 Bitcoins, 500K. Let's just call it that. Take out 30% for taxes. How about 35? 35%. Then let's just call it like 30, 60, 90, 20, 50, 37. That leaves me with 350K. Then I take out another 150K into fiat. And then I play with 200K. That's what I would do, me personally. I probably, and I wouldn't throw it into a bunch of alts. I'd throw probably, 50K into risk and then 150K into, spread it around like Ondo, AVAX, maybe AVAX, I don't know. Injective is kind of worrying me a little bit. I think it'll do great, but maybe it won't do as great as I want it to. I certainly wouldn't be putting it in Solana. That's just me. Even though I think it's great, I think it'll do well, but I just don't know. I'd put it into a safer play where I know I can triple it. Elaborate on Musk? Sure, I can elaborate on it. Give me 1 second, Sleepy. Let's assume you have half that BTC. You think he has other half is in liquid IRA, hypothetical. Half. Assume you have half. Oh, I gotcha. I like it. I'd still be selling a little bit if, I had 5 Bitcoins. I would only be selling 1. Probably. Because I would, I know where you kind of are in. It depends though, because I do think, I don't know it depends where we top off at, what happens, right? You're going to have an opportunity to sell Bitcoin well above $100,000. Because we're not near the end, hopefully. So I think you have time to think about this in the realms of, selling some of your stash. My thought is, see what happens in January and rethink and relook at it, or keep looking at it. And I don't make it, looks like you're not going to make a decision for a couple weeks. See where we're at in January. So Elon Musk for Sleepy here. So I will, it's pretty clear he has changed like a crazy person, but he's a pretty big hypocrite. He's never really started any. He's a great businessman in a sense, but he's never really started a company. He's always bought in with daddy's money, which is fine. Then he's made him successful. He didn't start Tesla. He didn't start SpaceX or Neuralink. Neuralink is my biggest problem, and then we'll talk about Tesla. Neuralink, I have ethical issues. He tortures, not him personally, but he's the boss, animals constantly. They have horrible suffering. I've seen footage. I know this for a fact, and they even have statements on it. And they put these implants into these poor animals, monkeys, sheep, pigs, lambs, and horrible suffering, and then they have to kill them all. So I'm not for any lab experiments. And he is evil in regards to that. What they're doing with Neuralink is on animals is atrocious to me. I approve no animal testing. And Our country spends under Fauci and NIH, $40 billion a year $20 billion plus a year on giving countries all over the world, including ours, money funding for animal testing. And this shit's barbaric. Stuff like, just hang with me, C90, putting dogs, they burn them alive at Shriners Hospital. They burn them. And then they do things to see what heals them faster. Beagles. It's typically beagles. They burn them alive. I have the videos if you want to see. Shriners also, their seeing department sews kittens' eyes shut to see the effects on blindness on animals. Why? That is for humans. Also, another thing with dogs, and I'm just talking about dogs right now, the things they do to other animals you can't believe. With monkeys are probably the worst, but with dogs, they will put them on floors and electrocute them constantly. They don't kill them right there, and they see how long it takes for them to finally give up, meaning just lay down and stop. So, Elon Musk always also talks about being environmental. Well, he used to. That's why he stopped taking Bitcoin, if you remember the last cycle. Yet, Tesla batteries are one of the biggest contributors of destruction of the earth. Why? Well, they dig all over the Philippines for nickel, all over China for lithium, and these people have cancer all over it. You can check it out. It's not just vegan crypto making this shit up. So that's my issue. Don't be a hypocrite. Say you're an evil fuck, and we'll move on. Hope that answers your questions. 5 BTC instead of 10. Yeah, if I had 5 BTC instead of 10, I'd only be selling one C90. Only be selling one. That's me. But I would sell one. Not now. Next year, for sure. For sure, I would be. And allocating. But, that's not near enough with one to do what we wanted to do. You still got to take, 30% out for taxes. And I suppose I would risk the 70K, then 70, 80K in alts, for sure. I don't think I would take any profits out of that. If I was selling a couple, then I take the profits out. Otherwise, I'm rolling them back. I'm taking taxes out and rolling it back into alts, for sure. Depending on if the market's strong, for sure. I don't think I could lose that way. Please run by the breakdown again on how you would install after cashing out. How you would install. Just got in the live video. All right, Noah, welcome. Subscribe if you would. And put on notifications. So what do you mean install after crashing? I don't know. Do you mean reallocate? Elaborate, Noah. How you would install after cashing out. My goal is trying to reach 21 total. Nice. All right, now if I sell 1, 10, 15 this cycle, yes. I can risk more and sell more, but I'm running the numbers right now. Yeah, agreed, wouldn't. So, yes. I think 15 is a great goal. That's my goal for next market, for sure. 15 to 20 is my goal. To just sit down. Yeah, no, that's real. That's nothing. I could share a ton of things. Go to my site on YouTube. I won't go into this too much, but look at the video Dominion. It's free. There's 2 links, and the Gary Yourofsky speech. Watch them both. Watch the Gary Yourofsky speech first. It's a great speech. It'll fill you in on some stuff. And then watch Dominion. If you can get through those, appreciate it. What alts? XRP. Okay. If you have less than 2 coins, but more than 1.5. What coins, Noah? What do you mean? I'm trying to understand what you need from me. Dominion, yeah. Yeah, Gary Yourofsky. It's on my site. Just watch it. Don't just listen to it. Watch it. I think you'll gain a lot from it. If you're open-minded. BTC, okay. Less than 2 coins, but more than 1.5. Yeah, so you're asking me what on BTC. In regards to cashing out, just always take money out for taxes and always take profits if you can. We never, you're in here to make profits. We don't want to. One of the worst things that new people do, and even old timers and myself, we sell and we redeploy, I always take money out for taxes, always, even if I didn't take profits out. And we put those profits in because we're in a state of euphoria, and we're far from that. We are not in a state of euphoria in the market. And we don't take profits out, and we put it right back into the certain projects, one project or 5 projects, diversify it. And shit, the market was over, and we didn't know it. We bought on that dip, and we got stuck for 4 more years. And maybe those projects come back, maybe they don't. So we're always taking profits. God, it doesn't look like Bitcoin is moving much. All right, back up. Trying to push the 107K. You know, I'm really itching to get through tomorrow. I really am. And unfortunately, it's probably a 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock meeting. We really need a dovish type of stance, but I just don't see that coming tomorrow. I just think he's going to be cautious in tone. I really do. A round trip, but need to cash out this cycle. Yes. So that's okay. A lot of people do that. Are you new to this channel, Noah? That's why we have this channel. At least I'm transparent, and many other people are, like C90 and Metal, and many other people, Skull, Crypto Homes. A lot of people who come on here are great. ZE 093, who's a youngin'. But I mean, we have to hold ourselves accountable. I started this channel for one reason, just to try to help and build a community where we're kind of transparent and things to take profits. If you don't take profits, you're doing it wrong. And I'd rather you sell. I'd rather see C90 sell at 110,000 and Bitcoin goes to 120 and then crashes down, then have them hold on to it all the way down. Bitcoin's a horrible example of the analogy I just did, but I'm just giving you an example. Bitcoin's not a good example, horrible example. But let's say he bought Bitcoin at 100K, okay, which he did not. I'd rather see him sell it at 115, 110 and take profits off the table than it going up another 20, 30% and then crashing down below where he bought it. We can't do that. We suffered way too much in this bear market, the worst bear market crypto's ever had. And yet the rewards are not here yet. We've had a good run up, but we were in the depths of hell for the bear market and this downward bear market from April on until, election day. That hot sauce. Yeah, gotta love hot sauce. Sorry, forgot about that. I can't have hot sauce anymore, unfortunately. I'm holding a crashing bit. Yeah, exactly. So, holy shit, it's 10:20 or 10:50. Things are looking strong. This is what I like to see. I'm sorry, I'm doing both. I'm talking to you guys, looking at the market on my right hand. I have one glove on, this one right here. Nothing there. I just think tomorrow's going to be very helpful or hurtful. No matter what, we recover from what Powell may or may not do. Ideally would be this. 25 basis points, optimistic view. I just think he's going to be cautious and saying we're not rushing down. We are not at our goal. He's going to come out with the same, the Fed's price stability and all that same shit. I just think with the numbers out, it's going to be a little bit cautiously hawkish. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. I'll be playing the numbers tomorrow, so you can count on that. You guys will be watching too. You got to have yourself in the macro world to truly know what's going on in crypto. You have to know what's going on everywhere else. We are not decoupled from anything. We are part of the big picture. We're one loop, right? Like I always say, our trash here in your country, or especially here in America, our trash is someone else's problem. Meaning, we're in a big loop. We throw out shit. We ship our garbage out. We used to ship a ton of it to China. We now ship it to India and all that. Believe it or not, the garbage you throw out. We burn some of it off here and we bury it. Never goes away. But a lot of that is shipped off to other countries to deal with. Can you imagine? Woo! It's chilly, bros. Chilly. So, XRP. Let's talk about XRP for a second. I'm really curious what this is going to do for it. I honestly see a $3-4 XRP, definitely a $3 on the next leg up. I didn't think I'd say that a month ago. I think if we were in the full thick of things, it would be there by now. But volume has got to pick up. I honestly would have thought, and this goes to show you that nobody knows anything. Nobody. Whether it's me talking, Discover Crypto, Van Eck, Larry Fink. Larry Fink might have some power there, but no one knows where something's truly going. He does not control anything. Though he's trying to control the housing, which is becoming more and more unreachable for many people. And I was listening to Joshua Jake the other day, how he talks about not being able to buy a home. That I don't understand. He's making all this money, I thought, and how is he not able to, he bought a Tesla. He made money on Ondo and bought a Tesla. I'm like, well, why? Why spend the 60, 70 grand on that when you're talking about buying a home and you can't buy a home right now? It's just crazy to me. Not a great time to be buying a home, that's for sure. Interest rates suck. Supply sucks. Demand is somewhat high, somewhat, not really. A lot of people are not selling out of their homes. Like someone like me who doesn't have a mortgage, or someone like C90 who's about to pay off his mortgage, or people who are locked in for 3% interest rates. But the so successful 26-year-old crypto YouTuber, I'm not age shaming at all, says he can't afford a home. I just find that hard to believe. China stopped buying it during Trump's last presidency, I believe. And the price of aluminum scrap went to crap. Yeah, and that's a good point too. The tariffs on aluminum that are going to be imposed, and metal and stuff from China, not just China, Mexico. We get a lot of extruded aluminum from Mexico. That's going to hurt. Now, I listened to companies this morning who are very pro-Trump. What was today? The U.S. CEO of Bank of America or something like that, talking about how that will be, they're going to absorb, businesses are going to absorb it. That's not true. They absorb a little. They pass it on. But it's such a competitive landscape that they can't pass it on to the customer. I work for a manufacturer. That's bullshit. You pass it on to the customer. People are not going to get a 30% hike because of the tariffs and a hike from their vendor or whatever it may be and not pass it on to the customer. That's not business. Me sitting in my Midwest house, worth nothing but questionable. Why JJ said that. Nothing wrong with the Midwest. I like the Midwest. And when you can pay off your mortgage, do it. Now, if you're locked into a 2, 3, under 4% interest rate and you don't want to be house poor, well, then that's a different story. Look at this piece of shit Subaru. There you go. The electronics on this thing are miserable. I shouldn't be as bearish on my house. It's too... The temperature right now, it's 37, which is warm right now, believe it or not. We were 0 the other day. But it's the wind, brother. It is the wind. And that's what gets me. Usually the temperature doesn't bother me. It's just the wind. And here's the problem with me. Only thing that gets cold is really, well, my bald head and my hands and my feet. always have my whole life. I got probably an issue with that. It's just like circulation. What can I say? You get what you get and you live with it. Oh, yes. Yes. So, what else, boys? Have no fear. If you're new to here, subscribe for, I know most of you watch this later. That's all good. We're just in the waiting game. And I think it is not a horrible time to keep a close eye on things. Do not jump all in on something. I think if you're really itching to get on a certain project, inch your way in. If you got 10,000, 1,000, how about 1,000 you want to deploy? $200, $250, $300, whatever. See what happens tomorrow. Nothing wrong with DCAing today, buying in a little bit. You're paying higher prices than you did a couple weeks ago, but that's okay. Right? I bought Moonwell like at 8 cents, point like 58 the other day, just to round up things. My first buys in were 3 cents and under 3 cents. If you have faith in something, I have no issue buying it higher. If you feel like it's gonna, double, triple, 10 times where it's going. I honestly feel that with Moonwell. That's one of those. Do I know that to be a fact? Fuck no. Excuse my language. Wait a second. If I would just eat a cow, you would be fixed for life. I gotcha. I used to eat cows. Still had the same issues, but I had high cholesterol and couldn't run a 5K every day and work out, that's for sure. But I also drank. Nothing wrong with drinking. My body can't handle it anymore. But I did take the Delta 9 THC drink, which was kind of nice. Sorry, I thought someone was following me. I thought it was a cop. Let's see, Noah. BTC top in the spring or fall of 2025. No one knows, brother. No one knows, Noah. Don't listen to people who say they know. They don't know. I mean, you could go by cycles and you can go by the line that pisses me off or it just annoys me, but that history doesn't repeat itself, but it rhymes. I don't know. We just have to look and see what happens. If everything's incredible, you have to remember we're getting a president who's going to do crazy things most likely for manufacturing and all that type of stuff. If we don't have a black swan and everything's incredible, we'll worry about it then. We don't know. I mean, people say 90 days left. Don't listen to that bullshit. I'm not saying it can't happen. It could happen tomorrow. But let's just see how it plays out, and then we'll get a feel to things. But when things happen, you never expect it to be over. So that's why we have this channel. We just have to stay in check with each other and try not to fall for the sell-off, dip, buy, then top off again, double top, and then it dips and people buy or they didn't sell or they want to hold on because they think it's going to come back. No, get out. It's okay. If we go up again and it looks like it's not over, there will be events leading to the end of crypto. There will be events and we'll go through them all. We'll know if some serious macro thing happens now, that's the only way this ends. Otherwise, we're just kind of beginning. So we'll talk about that. I hope that makes sense. No, I think we get speculation in spring, retrace, and a new all-time starts moving for businesses and policies. Agreed. And we have to see, is it going to be a slow summer next, hopefully we keep going next year and it's not, I don't believe in super cycles or anything like that. That's impossible. It never can happen. It's not humanly possible in any market. We stay close to, to everything, and we do as much listening to macro as you do crypto. That's the key. You have to follow it all, and you can have it on in the background. I listen to crypto YouTubers, even ones I can't stand, and most of them, I can't even listen to my own voice, and I'm a singer, shitty singer. But you got to listen to see what's going on, but don't fall for their nonsense. I've been off the drinking for my wisdom teeth. That's right. didn't realize how much it wrecks my sleep. I told you, brother. Now, right, I'm not on the sauce. What? I told you that killed me. As you get older, I'm telling you, man, and the poison that it does to your body, you'll pay for it later. But you had your wisdom teeth done? No one knows. Okay. You're welcome, Noah. I believe the super cycles. Some folks just want Santa to be real. I want Santa to be real. I want my kids to be young again. I want all that shit. The dude from Modern Investor and Money Rules is pretty cool. Okay, I'll check them out. Oh, okay. Yes. What will kill recovery is that. Yeah, good. You're off the sauce. Stay off the sauce until you're fully healed. I know it's Christmas time, but shit. Oh, God, you're going to have this through Christmas. Sorry, brother. It's okay. But wait until you are fully healed to get back on that, because it's nothing but inflammatory, and you need anti-inflammatory shit. So flax seeds or, flaxseed oil, it's very high in omega-3s, which is what you need, high omega-3s. And you're not getting it from fish oil or fish. Trust me, that's inflammatory with all the poisons in it. NZ family, what's up? How do you think about XRP, XLM, and HBAR worth to buy now? So I think out of all those, only one I'm buying. I have HBAR, I have a ton of XRP. If I didn't own XRP, I'd be buying it. But I own it at 17 cents from a long time ago, and a lot of it. XLM will follow XRP. I don't like XLM at all. It doesn't mean you're not going to make money on it. HBAR, NZ, or N7 is, I own it at 5 cents, right? So I don't like HBAR that much, but I don't know, maybe 70 cents to $1 would be my opinion where it goes. So I'm not buying any of those, except if I didn't have exposure to XRP, I would be buying some. But you have to understand the tokenomics of XRP. It's going to be a fight. It's not going to $100. It's not going to $50. It's not going to $20. Only way it could go to like $15 or $20 is if the market goes crazy. And I mean crazy. Because you have to understand the token supply. I hope that helps. And then if you want to look at some of my past videos, I go into tokenomics. If I had more time, I would go over it. I got to get ready for a meeting and everything. I hope that helps. Lawsuits need to be dropped. Absolutely. They will be. It should, unless Gary wants to present us with more bullshit before he leaves. That could be hurtful. But we'll have to see. Lawsuits need to go away, all that shit, and XRP will be on its way. But still, there's tokenomics involved. It takes a lot of money to move XRP, and there's a lot of people who will be taking profits, and there's a lot of Ripple that will be dumping on us and all that type of stuff. So there's a lot that goes into it. Don't buy into any hype of any community. It's good to be, to get into a project with community, but you can't fall into false narratives when XRP says it's going to be the be-all, the end-all. It's not. It's just another fucking token. All right. I got to get ready. If you're new, subscribe. I try to go live, when you guys need me. I try to do it every day, but, normally I go longer. Whatever you guys need from me, comment. I will answer everything. C90, good day. Noah, good day. NZ family, good day. If you all subscribe, I'd be much obliged. Watch the videos on my YouTube channel. Gary Yourofsky Speech, YouTube. They're both and Dominion. They're both free. They are both free. You just click on the link. It will keep you there on YouTube. Love you guys.